But getting back to this game that I never left.
You motherfuckers, man, stop sitting over there going to sleep in that whole room, man. You know what I mean? When that hoe sit up there, you know what I mean? For you young pimps, they can't afford, you know what I mean, your room, another room, and you only can afford one room. Let that hoe, man. So if you got a rental car or you got a car or it's a Denny's or whatever close by, man, go get you something to eat or, you know, get you going to Starbucks or something and sit your black ass down or something until this hoe up and you can afford another room rather than going inside the same room that this hoe been hoeing in all goddamn night, bringing in tricks in and out the motherfucking room where cameras is constantly seeing tricks go in and out the damn room. You know what I mean? The motherfucking camera is seeing you going in and out the motherfucking hotel room and you breaking on this. So to avoid incriminating yourself, avoid from telling these people, hey, I'm a pimp. Hey, man, let these bitches, when you sit up there and get a room and you can't afford to get another room, let the bitch sit up there, you understand me, and hoe up in there. Don't sleep in the same room that bitch is hoeing in. If you got a car, sleep in your car until you get it up enough money, man. Okay? If you got to sit up there and nod off or whatever in Starbucks, or if you nod off, you know what I mean, in a Denny's or, you know what I mean, a restaurant close by, a diner, or whatever the fuck you got to do, you know, do that. If she's been basically hoeing in that room all damn day, do not sleep in that room. Don't sleep in that room, man. Let that bitch sit up there and hoe up in that room. Let her sit up there, you understand me, and get up enough money for a young pimp to have a room. But don't you sleep up in there. Why? Because there's cameras everywhere, young P. And they looking for, you know, a situation where they can sit up, well, they looking at you on camera going in and out of that room. Common sense is if they seeing tricks go in and out of that room and they see your black ass going up in there, you know what I mean, and then you go in there to go to sleep, chances are, P, they putting it together that you in there pimping on that girl and you breaking on her for the money. I have to get that point out before I keep going because there's a lot of people getting caught up like that. A young man right now is in a situation that he wouldn't even be in Orange County if he had took heed. If he had simply took heed to this game and not sat up there and brought that upon himself. He got caught up because they had him on camera walking in and out of the motherfucking room breaking on his. And what have I told you in times past and what am I telling you now? If you're not financially able to pay for another room separate away from your hoe, go to sleep in your car. Go to sleep, or if you got to even nod off at your laptop inside of a Starbucks. Okay? If you got to sit up there and nod off, you know what I mean, inside of a Denny's, I'd rather for you to nod off in that Denny's or that Starbucks than for you to sit up there and go in the same damn room where your hoe been hoeing in and catching dates off the blade and the police been riding up and down the street. Some of you guys is with that adult search shit. Okay? And if you with adult search and you got the bringing tricks in and out of that room, don't you know that they got on camera different tricks pulling up in the parking lot? You know what I mean? And they getting in and out of these cars, walking up and down the stairs, going in and out of your room. And then for you to go right behind all of these tricks, and then you go up in there and go sleep in the motherfucker all day, and not only just one day, but you do this shit every day. A lot of y'all like, well, that's common sense. Common sense ain't common. And sometimes, you know, I hate to say it, I keep saying young this, young that, but guess what? It's veteran pimps that even do that dumbass shit. I know somebody who is highly intelligent, highly intellectual, and he was even doing that dumbass shit. I'm like, P, you know better. What are you doing? He was even going to sleep in the room with his hoe. Talking about, man, I got so tired, man. Man, P, I ain't even mean to go to sleep in the room, man. I just laid down, man, for like 4 minutes, man. Next thing you know, I was out of there. Don't you ever do that. Because each and every time that you go to sleep in your hoe's room, you making provisions for a new case. We don't do that. We don't sleep in the same room that the hoe is doing some hoeing in. Okay? You know what I mean? So someone might say, man, that's common sense. Common sense ain't common. And we got a lot of individuals in jail right now because they got footage of them going in and out of a damn parking lot, walking up and down the stairs, and going in the room of a woman that been hoeing all day. And then if you're not using adult search or whatever website that you guys is using now, ever since Backpage is gone, now that Backpage is gone, a lot of y'all, I said you're on adult search and then you're on this other shit. But for those that sending them to the Blade or a resort, a casino, and they got a hotel room and they bringing them back to that hotel room, whether it be from the website or whether it be from the track, that's just contrary, you know what I mean, to wisdom. Sit up there and sleep in the same room that this is bringing a trick back to. So to my young P's and older P's, man, we not into that. We not sleeping in the same room that ho in, man. If you got to sleep in the car, if you got to sleep in the restaurant and to the hoe up for a room, that's what you do. You know what I mean? Funk it out. Shit, I done it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you this real. I know what it's like to be up in a motherfucking Starbucks, you know, with a phone on that good Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what it's like to be in Starbucks on that good ass Wi-Fi, sitting over there texting different trying to knock a new because times is hard and I only got, you understand me, one other locked up, the other she in the room taking care of business, and I'm in the Starbucks or I'm in this motherfucking Denny's. You understand me? Sitting down, and I got to sit up here and wait until this hoe get enough money so a pimp can sit up there and finally get a room because I'm tired. I'm tired as a mother. I'm ready to go to sleep. You hurry up and get something. And I ain't trying to be in no Motel 6 either. Yeah, I'm trying to save money, but if I can go to a cool little Comfort Inn, you know what I mean? Because let me teach you something. When you stacking your money, and when you're trying to get to a cool bankroll and you're trying to pimp your way into comfortability and get you a little cushion, stop sitting over there giving all your money to the hotel room. This ain't the time to be looking like you're doing something that you ain't. If you know that you broke and you know that the money is slow and she only making $300 to $500 a day, do not take $100 of the $500 and sit up there and get you a $100 hotel room. You need to get on Google and find you a Comfort Inn, you know what I mean? Or you need to sit up there and find you, matter of fact, they got some cool little weeklies, you know what I mean? Get you a weekly, or if you can afford a cool little monthly, that'd be cool. What you should do, that's how I was coming up. Whenever I got fucked up, I didn't ask for jugs. If you only got 200, if your only making $300 to $500 a day, and I can take $200 of that money, and I can sit up there and actually go get me a monthly. And you in Vegas, y'all don't have no excuse because there's monthlies everywhere, and the rooms is cheap, especially downtown Las Vegas. But okay, you get you a monthly, $200. All right, $200 is some little change. You know what I mean? And you sit up there now. If you got you a like. You know what I mean? A young bitch like some cool little weed, you know what I mean, and some good, or you know what I mean, you a comedian or whatever but you're gonna have something going on. If some of you is in your 30s, you in your 40s, and my God, you in your 50s. When you sit up there and you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you in your 50s, and you're not in position to pimp, okay? And your money is funny, you can't move the way you want to move. Some of y'all allow yourself to get into a depression. You know what I mean? And that depression is going to keep you from your progression in the game because you thought you too busy thinking about what you had. You too goddamn busy thinking about the hoe that you had or the hoes that you had or the house that you used to have, the Benz that you used to have, the jewelry that you used to have, the clothes that you used to have. And you keep getting fucked up mentally because you sitting over there like, damn, I got to pimp up for all of this shit. I got to do all of this pimping all over again just because this bitch got in her feelings and fucked up the whole situation. You know what I mean? You're upset. And as long as you keep thinking about yesterday's hoes, you can't even be in a position mentally to accept the new hoes that the game want to bless you with today. If you too busy reminiscing and retrospecting all the time about what you had and what you did and who you had back in yesterday, you can't even sit up there and stand to be blessed today with what the game got to give you today. Touch your neighbor and say, new hoes. Touch your neighbor on the right and say, new hoes. You know what I mean? That's good looking on the left. And then turn to the left and say, new hoes. You know, the game want to give you new hoes, man. You too busy thinking about yesterday. And when you get into yesterday, you can't think about the victories of yesterday without a lot of times thinking about the pain of yesterday. And as a man thinketh, so is he. And some of you, the game has put a brand new 21-year-old, 25-year-old, somebody that's in their 20s that's attractive and beautiful in your life. But you too busy thinking about, damn, how I'm going to pimp out of this situation. Damn, I done lost everything. Damn, how I'm going to pimp up back up in a position. Listen, there's nothing in life that the problem is so big that it's bigger than the game that's within you. Okay? The game that's within you, P, is greater than any situation that you're going through right now. That situation that you're in right now is the best definition of temporary. That's a temporary situation. And you might be disgusted. You might be depressed. You might be in your motherfucking rented car right now. You might be in a Greyhound right now. You might be sitting over there, you understand me, on the couch of another pimp's house right now. But the game woke me up this morning to tell your motherfucking ass to keep pimping, because what's to come is definitely better than what's been. But you got to keep campaigning. Because the day that you stop campaigning is the day that you stop obtaining in the game. In order to do some obtaining in the game, you got to do some campaigning in the game. And you can't do that when you allow the spirit of depression and low self-esteem and ministering spirits of what I can't do and what I used to have set in your mind. So we can't think about that. This is a new day. A new situation. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that you got the activity of your limbs. You fly. You attractive. You still got you. You still got this game. So how the fuck you lose everything when you still got this motherfucking game? You could have lost your motherfucking car. You lost a fine ass. You lost jewelry. You lost money. But guess what? You didn't lose every goddamn thing. Why, nigga? Because you still got this goddamn game. And as long as you got this motherfucking game, you can sit up there and resurrect any situation that you've ever had. So don't be boo-hooing over a bitch or some bitches that you motherfucking had in times past. Pimp up. And when you sit up there, you understand me, and pimp up, and when that bitch or bitch that sit up there, you understand me, and got into an attitude, and didn't leave you with a multitude, left you high and dry, guess what? You in position now to charge they motherfucking ass for more money. Why? Because you didn't do what most motherfuckers would have did in your situation. You didn't cry about it. You didn't even try about it. You was just like the Nike sign. You just do it. Why? Because that's what pimps do. Pimps pimp. Pimps pimp in any circumstance. All right? So, you understand me? All of that depression and low self-esteem and feeling sorry for yourself, man, shake that shit off, man. They ain't got nothing to do with this pimping. They ain't got nothing to do with this pimping. And with everything that's going on, calamities and tragedies, adversities, difficulties, motherfuckers that want to pimp but can't pimp because they're in a correctional facility, how dare you motherfuckers that got your liberty in society with the activity of your motherfucking limbs to sit up there and waste this day sitting over there being depressed and thinking about a that ain't even thinking about your pimping. Don't you ever disrespect yourself, this game, and your pimping. Not a damn motherfucking time thinking about a that ain't even thinking about giving you a dime right now. Some of you got phone bills that's due. Some of you got car notes that's due. You ain't got time to be thinking about some punk rock ass that ain't sitting over there thinking about putting you back up in position. You think she crying tears thinking about you? Hell the no. So we're not going to waste this one life that we got sitting over there thinking about this big head ass bitch, nigga. You know what we going to do? We going to pimp on. And what we going to do? Some more pimping. And when that call and she say, oh my God, my life has been so fucked up. You know what I mean? Since I left you, you know what I mean? Life has just been so fucked up. Oh, without your instructions, I went to no information to P. And I ended up going to the same destination. Then I went to dumbass the Mac. And I sat up there and I gave him a watch. And he didn't do nothing with it. Then I went to big no pimping ass nigga the Mac. And he didn't sit up there and do nothing with my situation. You know what I mean? Then I went to Dirty Mac. You understand? Dirty Mac and lie and slander every pimp in the game to have a the P, and he couldn't do nothing with me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you and all your pimping and all your game and you being so patient with me. And yes, I did some fat ass shit. And yes, I sat up there and disobeyed you. But I promise if you give me another chance, I promise that I'll make you glad. I promise that I'll be that hoe that you always wanted me to be. I promise just give me one more chance. And now you're in a position of power. Why? Because you didn't sit up there and allow a circumstance of this being a fact to devour you in a time where most motherfuckers would have committed suicide. No, you didn't subside with that shit. You ride and you abide in the game because it's in you. And you pimped up. And that's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do, nigga. For that, you understand me, worried about how you gonna pay for his room, you understand me, in a few hours or another day. How I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do this. Pimp up. The answer is simple. Pimp up.
I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.